Daemonxel, and I'm here to discuss the Battle of D4KU-5, where both coalitions collided in one epic showdown. But first, before we get into that, if you like my content, go ahead and tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video, and then of course, you'll stay up to everything that we do here on the channel. So there was an op today to remove a crab citadel in DK4U, which I can say went awry. So we had an epic showdown on the Unsignable Gate between a cap fleet and sub-cap fleet, which I want to thank the members of Reddit for coining. I'm going to start referring to the sub-cap fleet that is on the grid with their cap fleet. They are now going to be coined as hubcaps. So, on this Unsignable Gate, we had 40 razzle-dazzle caps, as well as a sub-cap fleet engaging the crab army. Now, from what I was told, the crab army numbered in the range of 400 to 500. I can't be certain on this. I've seen some of the videos. I did not get a count on who's side. But I do know definitely that there was 40 caps on the razzle-dazzle side. I know this because there was 40 caps that were destroyed by the Crab Coalition. Now, you're probably wondering how this happened. Well, I was not on that grid, but from what I was told, and you can see it in some of these videos, and I have Vetemune's video playing in the background because it is very clear. His video is one of the clearest videos I've seen. It's a great vantage point of both fighting grids that happened today at the same time, and it recaps basically everything that happened. Now, there was also a faction carrier that went down, and it is the biggest faction carrier kill to date. Now, this makes the fourth faction carrier that has been killed inside of a week. That's 7 days. Now, obviously, I have not uploaded my kills of the week for last week. It's in that video. It's edited. I've been having issues with that, plus being busy at work. I will get that video up in the next day or so, along with this week's kills of the week. But let's talk about this fight specifically. Now, from what I gathered, I was told that the cap fleet was holding their own until the system spiked and basically they got swarmed. I also heard that this fight was referred to akin to the WWE Royal Rumble, where, you know, after a certain time, more people enter into the fray. And I was told that this is basically what happened, that ships kept entering the fray. Now, the cap fleet, from what I was told, some of the caps, when they were trying to exfiltrate out of the area, was caught on the Unsignable Gate. Not all of them, just a few, including the villain that was killed, and I believe a couple of the other carriers. Now, a call was made at that point on what to do. A lot of these caps were losing cap, so they would not be able to jump out. So the faxes started repping some of the other caps. They switched targets, and it was basically a domino effect after that. The faxes started going down, and there could have been a call at that point before the faxes went down to just get the ships that could get off a grid to get off a grid and cut and run. But at the time, in the heat of battle, it was, as it was told to me, was determined that they felt that they could free those ships and keep them alive for them to break off of that Unsignable Gate. Obviously, hindsight being 50-50, if they did cut and run, they would not have lost the entire fleet. But, like I said, it was an epic battle, and that one that's definitely going to go down in the history books of one of the biggest price tag fights in EVE Echoes. A total of 40 caps wiped off of grid. I do believe this is the biggest number of caps that have been lost in a single battle. Not to this single corp, though. That record still is held by T-Cosmos, Red Sea themselves, the corporation that I am within. They lost a total of 11 caps within the Red Sea tag. So I can only speak to what happened in Red Sea. When I reached out for comment, I was told that Red Sea has lost a number of caps in the past, and it has not stopped their momentum. It's what they do. It's just another Wednesday. Okay, so when we're breaking down the caps that actually died, we have 6 Revelations that fell, 2 Phoenixes as well, 6 Nidhoggers, 11 Naglfars, 6 Moroses, 2 Minakawas, 4 Apostles, and of course the jewel kill of the entire engagement, the villain faction carrier worth 370.4 billion. Now this specific one was also geared with B types, A types, as well as X types. If you are wondering how much ISK that is destroyed, that equals out from the kill mails of the caps alone. Now this is not the sub caps, this is nothing but the caps that died on the grid. 2.1 trillion ISK that died on that field. If you relegate this to real money via Plex, you are looking at the neighborhood of $20,000. It's somewhere between $18,000 and $20,000 for all of that. If you're wondering about the Nestor fleet that also died, that was an additional 61 billion that was lost as well in that fleet. Now, this wasn't the only fight that was going on. There was another battle that raged twice on the Hop-Hib gate in the same system as D4KU Tech 5. Sorry if I was pronouncing it DK for you. It's D4KU Tech 5. I'm a little dyslexic today because I'm beat and it's close to bedtime, but anyway, let me get back to it. So this was the fight that I was in. I was also in a cap today on grid, but this grid itself. This was a reinforcement fleet that was trying to get to that battle that raged on that Stargate, the Incinable Gate. Now, we were fought and pressed back by the fleet that broke off of that main fight and came and pushed us back out the gate. We came back in again, I would say roughly about 8 to 10 minutes after getting pushed out, and we were able to kill a bunch of ships coming and going. But after that main fleet had fallen, the rest of those, the Crab Army did descend on the Hop-Hib gate and push us back through. Now, we did, I believe, lose a Nidhogger on that reinforcement fleet to those ships that came through. And I'm not even going to tally up all the subcaps that died on the field today between both the Crab Army and the Razzle Dazzle group. But the T1 Citadel that was there was destroyed. However, the caveat to this is, even though that Crab Army Citadel Tech 1 had fallen, a short time after all this fighting, TCOS dropped another Citadel in that system, reclaiming it again for the Crab Army. So I'm here just to give you guys the facts of the fight and what I was told about the fight. I'm not trying to give any spin. I personally believe it was an epic battle that went down, and I do give a big round of applause to the Crab Army. Everyone that showed up for the fight, that was able to wipe out that main force and was able to lock down and push back the reinforcements for that cap fleet. It was a very well done maneuver, and hats off to the Crab Army. They definitely earned the medal that day. Now, of course, I did reach out to officials of the Crab Army as well as Razzle Dazzle for quotes. On the Razzle Dazzle side, Michael JD once stated, "Congratulations to the pilots on both sides. It was a well-fought battle by the CCFCs. They should celebrate the victory, although it is a step back for us. This is by no means an organization-breaking loss. This gave us a chance to really stress test some aspects of our capital fleet, and adjustments will be made as soon as we make the pilots whole again via SRP. Now, I did also reach out to Oyzer, and his statement is a little bit longer, stating, "While I wasn't present for the battle, I have seen 2 videos, and I'm sure that everyone involved left feeling good about being a part of such an epic fight. Crab Coalition members were very happy with the outcome. Those that were lucky enough to be present for it are also pleased that the battle was free of any serious bugs or lag that could detract from the glory of being part of the biggest victory in the history of the game currently. I'm sure that the victory will have a major positive impact on the Crab Coalition morale. We hope that Razzle Dazzle can now see that Silent will never colonize Delve. They can't even secure a grid 1 jump into Fountain. Corporations that wish to pursue their own futures in neutral space or neutral entities are welcome to reach out to other Crab Coalition leaders. Similar to SSH corporations we allowed to leave the war unencumbered in January, we have no ill will or malice towards you, and we do not request any ISK or fealty. You are welcome to pursue the game outside of the cloud of this war." So there you have it. That's the statements from both sides. As you can see in the video, it was a epic fight, and I do champion that aspect that Oyzer says, that I'm sure that everyone on both sides were pleased. Well, not really pleased with the outcome, but I think they were very happy to be a part of this history that was made today. And that's what I was told. As I stated, not giving any spin. I'm not. Me on this channel is me just giving the facts to you. It's not my opinion. If you want my opinion, do check in with Rambo's show when I'm on there. This is the legendary Echoes of New Eden podcast. I don't know if it's going to be this Sunday due to it being Easter. But again, when you do see the announcement, if you want to be part of that discussion, jump on in. It's a great time had by all. And also, as you can see, visit Vetemune's site on YouTube. The link will be down in the description to see the full video in effect. And with that, I want you guys to have a great week. Have a great weekend. Fly safe. And remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front.